Hi everyone, welcome back to my floss tube. My name is Rachel, this is Lemonade Stitching, and today we are vlogging the Midsummer Stitch virtual cross stitch retreat. Today is Saturday, July 18th, and we are 30 minutes away from the doors opening for the Midsummer Stitch virtual retreat hosted by Lindy Stitches. So I thought I would bring you guys along with me and just kind of show you what this weekend is like and what I get up to during the retreat. So I thought we would start by just showing you what I have prepped and my kind of spot that I set up this morning. And then we'll go from there and I'll just kind of update you guys throughout the weekend. I think the first project I'm going to work on is Garden Belle by JedXStitch. This is stitched on the fabric from last year's Midsummer Stitch event. So I feel like it's only fitting that it's kind of my Midsummer Stitch project for this year. So this is my starting point at the beginning of the weekend. I don't have the actual stats or anything, but we will see how far we get in this before the retreat is over. I don't think I'm gonna finish it at all. There's no way I'm gonna finish it, but I would like to get a bit of progress done. And if you can hear chewing, I'm right by my cat's food bowl, so I apologize. But then I also have my big cross stitch bag here with a couple other things in there just in case I want to switch it up. So I've got my pattern stand in case I need this, covered in stickers. Love her. I've got a hoop. And then I've got a Christmas project to work on. This is the 1992 Prairie Schooler Santa. I'm stitching this with my friend Sam from Slow Snail Stitching, except I have gotten a good start on it and she has not. So I have been holding off on this last few days. I didn't want to make any more progress without her, but she'll be at Midsummer Stitch this weekend. So hopefully I see her and she'll get started and it'll be wonderful. But here is my starting point on Santa. I'm obsessed with him. Very excited to put some stitches in on that. And then I think I only brought over one other project for now. Oh no, I have a couple more. Let's see. This is like a Mary Poppins bag of stuff. I've got my Blackbird new start for July. I'm starting a new Blackbird chart every single month. So I brought this over because it's the end of July and I haven't started it yet. So maybe I'll get that started this weekend. I've got another Blackbird chart I need to kit up. So I brought this over in case I feel the need to do some shopping and want to buy some stuff for it. We'll see. And then I brought over The Bride by Lavender and Lace. I'm stitching this with another cross stitch friend, Ashley from JedXStitches, and I have a monthly goal to stitch 10% on this and get it done by October, and I just need to do my July section. So this is my starting point on The Bride, and hopefully I get some work done on this. I do have another cross stitch retreat in like 2 weeks. That is an in-person retreat, so some of this I'm like, I could do it then, I could do it this weekend. We'll just kind of see what mood I'm in, and yeah. And then of course I have all my other whips that I could go get easily because the beauty of a virtual retreat is I'm at home, but I'm gonna try and focus on these ones I think and get some good progress. Let me flip you around and show you my spot. This is my spot. I am posted up at the kitchen table today. I've got my project bag here, my iPad for my digital patterns, my computer, obviously that is where the retreat is happening, and I've got it up on a little laptop stand just to kind of raise it up, and it gives me more space underneath. I've got a thread bed, my scissors, my Ort jar, and then over on this side of me I've got my stitching case, my coffee, and my strawberry mug. This reminds me of Marjorie, so I thought it was only fitting to use for the weekend, and water. And that is everything I've prepped and kind of gathered for the retreat. Like I said, we've got about 30 minutes until the retreat starts. I think my first stop is going to be shopping, just in case there's any physical items that I want to get before they sell out. I'll give it a good little look and see what speaks to me. And then we'll start kind of exploring and see who's online and join some stitchy rooms and just get the weekend started. All right, I am entering Midsummer Stitch 2026. I'm so excited. Also, I'm sorry about the lighting that's gonna be in this video. This is just the best we have, you know? It's too dark in my dining room to not have the big light on, even though the big light is like yellow and gross. And the chair at my desk hurts my back after like 4 minutes of sitting there, even with a cushion, like one of those fancy butt cushions. So this is just what we've got to do, you know? Download event materials. Yes, please. Oh, Cam's freebie is so cute. They are so cute. I feel like I have to stitch them to go with my little Strawberry and Moon from the Strawberry Moon sale. Oh, she did so good. Okay, but we'll leave that later. Now it's time to go to shopping. That is what I need to do first. I need to go shopping. The fabric is really pretty this year. It's like a dark blue and purple. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but it is a stunner for sure. We're obviously, ooh, what is this? Finian by Seraphim Bow of Magic Altern. Oh, it's for the Blue Flower exclusive. I'm caught up. Okay, well, I'm obviously getting the JedX pattern. I don't necessarily need to buy the kit because I'm pretty sure she did all DMC for this. The Tamagotchi scissors really are calling to me. I was a big Tamagotchi girl back in the day. I had the pink one with the silver like bows and presents on it. I do need to place an order from Lindy Stitches anyway, but I don't think there's anything Midsummer Stitch specific that I need to get other than the JedX exclusive. So it's been 30 minutes. I accidentally spent $100. I literally just said I wasn't gonna buy anything except the exclusive, but then I was like, the exclusive's called for in Zweigart. I wanted to buy just some like plain white linen anyway, and I was waiting till I had some other stuff to order. So I might as well order both of those from Lindy Stitches. And then I was like, well, there is thread that I need, you know, and she's got that great deal. So I ended up getting thread to kit up my August Blackbird design that I'm working on, or starting in August. And I got some MPIs for my Strawberry Moon Cell project that I'm still missing. So it's okay. That's what a retreat is for, you know? So yeah, so that's coming. And I got a super cute pink scissor patch to put on my stitching bag. So that is very exciting. And I'm excited for that to come in the mail. But now it's time to actually stitch because I've been sitting here for an hour and I haven't put a single stitch in my project. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll catch up with you guys later. I just realized the other thing I needed to do before I got stitching and joined Stitchy Tables was add all my sessions to my agenda so I know what time I need to be hopping in and out and have stuff to watch. So the first thing that I'm going to participate in is the Flosstubes Live with Andrew the Runner Stitcher and Sarah from Sarah Stitchy Spot, and that is at 12. So I basically have like 2.5 hours of stitching and hanging out until then, and then I have several sessions all in the afternoon. Andrew, and then JedXStitches meet and greet, and then the journal class, the state fair tips and tricks. It is a packed day, so I'm gonna go stitch for the 100th time. That is like the 100th time I've said that, but I'm actually gonna stitch this time. Hello, doing a little check-in. It is 12:37. I just finished my little lunch break and I've been hanging out with Andrew, the runner stitcher, during his live. I'll try to turn the tripod. And I've just been stitching away, took a little break to freshen up and whatnot. I've done 486 stitches so far this morning and I've been focusing on my big moth. So I've got a little more on the right wing. I think the left wing is done except for the beads. But I do have more like on the right wing here and a little bit in here. So I'm gonna keep working on this and then eventually we'll get to the next project. I don't think I'm gonna be in the stitching rooms much until this evening. Andrew is on right now and then the JedXStitch live is next at 1 o'clock. And then I have my journal making class. So I'm excited for all of those things to watch and participate in. So I'm just gonna be kind of like quietly stitching and watching and listening. So I will check in a bit.
To stitch on it. Yeah, I started the moon sampler on here. You can see up here.
JedXStitch just showed us her like secret marketplace project that she's been working on Grandpa's Shop Rag. I'm obsessed. It is so good. I'm not going to show it. Maybe I'll put a picture up if she's announced it on Instagram when this vlog goes live. But she hasn't shown it publicly yet, so I'm not going to put it in here. But trust me, it is incredible. I need it. Okay, I'm in the middle of class right now, but I had to mute it so that I could show you I finished my first goal for the weekend, which is stitching this moth in the corner of Garden Belle. I want to start beading this so bad. It's so freaking pretty and I have all these beads just waiting to be used. But I don't know. I'm still torn on whether I should bead now or if I should wait till the end. So I'm saving it for now. I'm going to stitch something else, but we might revisit this at some point. But now it's time to clean up. I have an absolute mess on my thread bed, which is none of anybody's business really, but I'm gonna clean that up and pick out my next project. About 6:30, just coming back from my dinner break. I'm not very good at updating the camera throughout the day because I just get to chatting and stitching and all the things and I don't really pay attention or think to talk to the camera. But I am getting back to my computer. Like I said, we just had dinner, we ordered pizza, watched some Survivor, and it's time to lock in and stitch for, oh hello, for hopefully another 4 hours at least. We'll see if I can stay up late. Oh shit. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yeah, I started stitching on buttons and pins from Blackbird Designs. This is my July Blackbird that I'm working on. I just started it this afternoon and this is what it's looking like. I have some dinky dyes that I'm stitching it with. And I actually think I need to pull one more color, but I haven't felt like going to do that. So that'll be a problem for a different day. I need like a light brown, I think. But yeah, that is what I worked on this afternoon. Like I said, I finished my goal on Garden Belle, and I think I'm gonna switch projects again, and we'll see what speaks to me.
Same things. We also kind of have our own vibes, like, so again, which is why, like, maybe you should check out our whip parades, you know, just to see.
Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday. I think it's like 10:45. Getting off to a bit of a later start than I thought I would today, but that's okay. I also stayed up past my bedtime, so I just needed the extra sleep. But I will turn the camera around and show you the status of the table. I left it in absolute wreck last night. There's just stuff everywhere. So I'm gonna get kind of cleaned up, and then I think I'm gonna start with my 1992 Prairie Schooler Santa this morning. I'm stitching that with my friend Sam from Stitching, and I think she's finally starting today. So I'm gonna continue making progress on that. I'm gonna get some coffee, some water, and see who's online. It's not Midsummer Stitch without the presence of your pets. So of course I've got Lucy and Sibby here this morning. We'll see how long they last before they either start fighting or go and hide for their afternoon naps. Okay, I am checking the schedule for the day, and it actually looks like there is just a few minutes until a meet and greet with the blue flower starts. And then there's also a meet and greet with Bestitch Me later at 1. So I'm gonna try to remember to join both of those. And then of course I have Flosstubers Live with Cam and Bridgen today at 5, so I have to be on there. And then in between that, I will just be in the stitching tables. I'm sad. Yesterday I missed the State Fair judge presentation. I just got distracted yapping. So at some point I need to rewatch that. But I'll probably just save it and watch it sometime this week because we have access to the platform for 30 days after the event. So I can go back and watch any of the recordings or join a stitching table or whatever for a while. So I'm not too worried about catching up on that today, but I do want to make sure I catch up on it before we leave its access. So I've got my coffee. The mug selection this morning was bleak because I'm trying to see how long we can go without doing any chores. So we're down to the last like decent sized mug and the rest of them are like really awkwardly small. So yeah, I'm gonna order some bagels and groceries and watch Janine's meet and greet and just have a wonderful day. Okay, vlog, doing a little update. It is almost 5 o'clock. I've been in the stitching tables for what, like 6 hours now, just yapping and stitching away. And this is, let me take my needle minder off. This is what my project is looking like. So I'm pretty close to the end. I have a good amount of stitches left because it's just a dense area. But I'm down to the last 2 colors and there's 642 stitches. So I think if I really lock in, I can finish this today, which would be exciting. I wasn't planning on finishing it, but that's just what happens at these events. So we have exactly 1 minute and 30 seconds until Cam and Bridgen are on for their Flosstubers Live. We're gonna get some dinner and just kind of reset and do it all for another several hours. everyone, Editing Rachel here. I realized I never actually finished this vlog. It's been a couple of days since Midsummer ended and it was the absolute best time. I think the last time you saw me, I was just hanging out in the stitching room, giving Lucy lots of love, and really all you missed between then and the end of the night was just lots of yapping, not as much stitching as the hours before, as we got more tired and just kind of like delusional from stitching and talking all weekend. But it was so fun to hang out with everyone. I got to see so many familiar faces, make some new friends, and so I just want to say thank you to everyone I got to hang out with and meet and talk to this weekend. Me and some girlfriends even picked out our next knitting project and impulse bought some yarn on Sunday night, which was really fun. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you to Stephanie and her team for another great virtual event. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. I hope you enjoyed the vlog and happy stitching. The event is live! Oh, no, it's not. It's time!